I remember during the time, middle school, whatever, and the teacher would be like, I need somebody to read. We reading a book. And the teacher would be like, I need somebody to read this for me. Nobody want to read. So he was like, I'm a volunteer somebody. So a lot of times I'll raise my hand and I'll read a chapter, as I insert, right? Because, okay, I don't want you to call my name out. So I'm going to volunteer. And for some people, and I was thinking about that. Like a lot of people, a lot of guys that I grew up with, they would not raise their hand to read because it was very challenging for them. And they was tough guys. You know, you got to be tough in the neighborhood, and you don't want nobody to clown you to say, "Oh, well, a dude can't read." You know what I'm saying? So, but you said something profound. You said 10, 15 minutes at night, and that's a very short time to say, I'm gonna read something. You see what I'm saying? And you're doing that every night. And it's like even when you're on the train, you know, the ride is a little longer, but imagine if you're reading to your kid 10, 15 minutes. That's not a long time. They playing PS2 for 2 hours. So, you know, 10, 15 minutes to listen to your child read, engage with them in a conversation about the book. You know what I'm saying? That's not a long period of time. That's no time at all. You're talking about
Exactly.
that's
So
no
when my clients ask me, "Hey, what should I do?" You know, read. No, no. What should I do? No, no, no. Read. That's what you should do. I'm not going to tell you to go order this or order that. What your kid's brain needs is to be stimulated so we can connect the wires in those brains so
right.
that they become more fluent and accurate readers. That is exactly what they need. And then have them read to you. Some parents will say, but the book is so many pages. Okay. Okay. How many pages? 15 pages? Read a few pages a day. Divide that book into the number of days in a week. Read 2 pages a day. I'm not saying, read the whole book. My daughter and I joke because when we talk about literacy together and she reminisces, I would wake up. I would doze off on reading to her because I was so dead tired. But I was determined to sit in that rocking chair with her on my lap, reading every single night. But sometimes I would doze off and she would wake me up. Her arms would be crossed.
What do you
And
do?
guess what I had to do? Finish the book.
Finish the book.
And that's what I did. I committed to that. So I like telling my story because I was a broke single mom struggling too. So I'm busy. If you don't have 10 minutes, most YouTube videos are 12 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes or longer, the good ones. I'm not talking about the shorts. You could be reading to your kid in that time. And so it's all about prioritizing and believing what I believed, what I was made to believe as a child. If you are Black and you live in America, I'm not even going to say Black anymore. If you're a human and you live in America and you're not literate, I don't see you going too far. And what we want to do is communicate to our children that you're going to need skills later. And most people learn skills from reading. Humans learn from reading. Yes, there is a video. We can watch the video. But at some point, if you want to elevate in life, you're going to have to become more literate. And
Right.
so we have to communicate that so that we can help our children make the connection between what I am doing now is directly correlated to my work later in my profession, in my job, or your mission later. These things are connected. I don't see how the Mickey Mouse or the YouTube video, whatever the new things are, I don't know. And am I saying that my daughter never watched videos? Well, YouTube was not a thing back then. But what I did was I bought her educational videos and I screened and decided when she watched what she watched. I bought what I wanted her to watch, and that's all she watched. So it's about determining how you want this life of your child to look. How do you want it to look? What trajectory do you want to follow? And so I think sometimes as parents and as mothers, we're doing our best, but really, are we? Are we standing back and thinking about what is the best thing that I can do for this kid to help this kid develop literacy so that this kid is not struggling and this kid can elevate socially? We want social mobility for our kids. That was the statement from my mother. Hey, girls, everyone has to have more than I have. I have a high school diploma. Everyone has to elevate and have at least